Today, we're diving into a blueprint for a different kind of system. It's one designed to tackle some really persistent problems, things like burnout and disconnection, not with just another temporary fix, but by actually rebuilding the foundation itself. So let's start with a question that, honestly, I think a lot of us can feel in our bones. Whether it's at work, in our schools, or even in our own wellness routines, it just feels like the old solutions aren't cutting it anymore, right? Things feel strained, people feel disconnected, and just a lot of us are burning out. So what is really going on here? Well, the source material we're looking at today points to one core problem: fragmentation. Our world and pretty much all of our solutions are built in silos. I mean, think about it. We have wellness tools over here, leadership training way over there, and youth education in its own little universe. They're all valuable for sure, but they operate in these totally separate lanes. They never talk to each other. And that leaves these huge gaps, which means we're always just reacting to problems instead of building a resilient, integrated foundation from the get-go. Okay, so if fragmentation is the problem, what's the alternative? This is where the source material introduces a blueprint for a fully integrated ecosystem. The system is called ArcEra, and its whole purpose is to live at the intersection of all these fields that were previously walled off from each other. You can think of it as a complete architecture. It's designed to connect the science of our nervous system, how our bodies actually manage stress, with leadership, with emotional intelligence, and then translate all those big, complex ideas into practical, real-world tools. And here's what's absolutely crucial to understand, and it's highlighted right in the documents. ArcEra isn't just an idea. It's not a startup that's still in the build phase. The system is complete. The curricula, the IP, the delivery models, it's all finished. It's ready to go. So this is about putting a proven product to work, not inventing one from scratch. So what does this finished system actually look like? Let's pop the hood and deconstruct the design a little bit. It's built on 4 distinct but really deeply interconnected branches that all form one coherent whole. The approach here is totally holistic. It starts with the individual, with the body. Then it expands out to the dynamics of the group. Then it addresses the larger system itself, and it's all unified by the story that gives it all meaning. It's a really comprehensive model designed to create change on every single level at the same time. And each branch has a really specific job. You've got the Embody method, which is all about the physical practice of self-regulation. Then there's the Youth Theater Collective, which uses performance to teach emotional literacy. The Embodied Equity Institute takes these tools and brings them into professional settings, think schools and organizations. And holding it all together is the publishing arm, which provides the core ideas and frameworks for the whole thing. And this is where you can really see what makes ArcEra's position so unique. Other models are specialists, right? Corporate training handles leadership. Arts programs focus on youth. Somatic providers, the folks who help people connect with their bodies to process things, they work with the individual, but none of them connect all the dots. ArcEra is designed to be that missing piece, the integrator that pulls all 4 of these worlds into a single, powerful system. Now, an innovative system like this needs an innovative foundation. So let's take a look at how ArcEra is designed to be sustainable, because its approach to business is just as unique as its curriculum. Right off the bat, the first thing to understand is that we are not looking at a typical tech-style startup here. The goal isn't that kind of explosive venture-backed growth. The financial model is intentionally and very fundamentally different. This quote from its business plan really says it all. This isn't about rapid, unchecked scaling. It's about building something durable, repeatable, and ethical. It's about prioritizing the quality of the deployment above everything else. So, the crucial point here is this: the entire financial model is built for long-term health. It's choosing stability over speed. It's choosing to have multiple revenue streams over depending on just one. And it's choosing to build something sustainable over designing for a quick exit. Which brings us to the purpose of any potential funding. It's not for R&D. The documents call it deployment capital, and I think that's the perfect term. It's the fuel needed to activate the engine that's already built. It's about bringing these finished programs to the people and the organizations that really need them. And that whole philosophy is reflected in the specific ask. The targeted range for angel investors isn't to build something from scratch, it's to provide that specific, short-term operating capital needed to turn these powerful existing assets into sustainable recurring revenue. It's all about activating proven potential. So if this blueprint gets successfully deployed, what's the potential impact? What kind of world is this thing actually designed to build?
Well, the theory of change is really clear and practical. In the short term, you see individuals gaining tangible skills, things like better self-regulation and communication. But over the long term, those individual shifts start to create real systemic change. We're talking less educator burnout, more capable young leaders, and just healthier, more stable communities for everyone.
And the logic is just so direct. You can draw a straight line. Funding for each branch supports specific activities, which in turn lead to measurable, positive outcomes. It's a crystal clear path from investment to impact, showing exactly how resources create real-world change.
And the long-term vision? It's not to become some massive centralized corporation. The goal is to build a stable, resilient institute. Here, success is defined by having a network of trained facilitators using licensed curriculum. It allows the ideas to scale ethically through partnership, not just by growing a single organization bigger and bigger. Which leaves us with this final, kind of provocative thought. We spend so much energy trying to patch up systems that are fundamentally broken. But what if the real solution isn't another patch? What if it's a complete, integrated blueprint, one that's already built and just waiting to be deployed? That's definitely something I think about.